Ladies and gentlemen, another day of this ugly ass weather, thinking about what to do so that I'm not just laying in bed all the time because I don't feel like doing anything. Hopefully this technique I'm gonna show you today is going to be motivating enough for you to get out of bed if you also have this stupid ass weather and go and do something, because it's really inspiring and you don't have to do much to achieve good results, and it's very simple. I'm gonna play back and then I'm gonna dive into the technique.
You ain't ready for this one. Yeah.
The main thing is here. The way I started this project is named OG Growl. I went to YouTube and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna be making a lot of like color basy songs, dubstepy songs, and I don't really have an original growl that I can use as a preset. So I looked up on YouTube and I found AU5's tutorial and I opened it, the OG Growl tutorial. Highly recommended, great sounds. Made some of the growls. I ended up using filter table, which gave me super insane results. Bonker stuff. But then I think it was the next day when I was like, okay, I gotta learn something else. It's not a complex technique, but the whole credit goes to him because that particular exact idea is where I got it from. It's called Monolith, and you can watch this video. It's highly recommended. But I'm gonna go over the one that I made, how to make it, and I'm gonna break down whatever else is in this drop as well. And it's a big stack of different sounds that you put into the sampler, and then you use an automation that automates the position. You can basically choose different sounds with an automation just like that, and then you have a pitch automation as well, and then additionally you may have some other effects that you want, but that's basically it, and it gives you real cool stuff. I would say if you want to learn exactly how to make it, go watch that video. I'm gonna link in the description. This sound is this. A lot of different growls here that I made, the OG ones. Some of the sounds from a different sample pack, but a lot of just one shots from SDM, sound design mission, from the bass transients. I just dragged them here and then consolidated all of them and then just dragged it into the simpler. Then inside the simpler, I'd say that's a good idea to do. Just for now, remove everything. You automate the pitch. You can go right click and map to a parameter here, and you can actually modulate this, I guess. And also map the transpose. And then once you modulate these things, like normally you get something like this. There's a MIDI playing a certain note, a certain rhythm. But then you automate the position of this. You get different placings, and then you automate the transposition to have a certain proper pitch. Have everything in pitch, exactly how it's supposed to be. There's also this pitch automation, which I think is a good thing. What? I think it messes up the positioning too. There's a pitch envelope that adds like at the beginning. It definitely messes up the positioning because I guess it's pitch, that's why. And there's a filter movement, filter automation, which helps a lot to make this into a staccato. So just add this, have it low, and then an envelope. You set it to these settings. Amount high, max. And you set a strong attack, and you get this filter opening. You make it more filtered, less filtered. That's kind of the sweet spot of this. So that's the position here. Then we have this is the pitch. reverb, putting it in space, a little bit short space. Adds width. Thermal is here to make it more powerful. Just a default preset. OTT, of course. Making things more glued and less cold. And then a reverb automation. Reverb automation, putting this in spaces. For this transition, in any moment that it feels relevant and also the space between sounds is kind of empty, I'm putting the reverb automation. Fill it in. Also, the reason why it's here is before the snare. Like it goes up and it hits exactly like before the snare, so it's like a pre-snare type of sweep too. You probably seen me doing that, a big resonating filter going automating up to fade out a sound, and it gives this nice kind of like wah type of thing. Here we've got this thing. It sounds like this because at the beginning of this sound are these growls. The automation of this goes and picks them. That's the automation that picks them. Quick notes, so you don't have to like automate them one by one. You can just do this. Now it's different. Cool thing about this is that once you make an automation, you can literally grab it and move to a different place. And find maybe something else really easily. Or go here, adjust the starting positions too, that's gonna work. Or the ending positions. A lot about like experimenting, finding these moments. And once you find them, you just keep them. Yeah, this is one of the previous versions. Different version. That sounds cool. I'm probably gonna introduce it later. Here's a switch up. The rhythm of these makes a huge difference. I'm using these 32ths real quick. Like, that's how you choose sounds. You just the possibilities are insane. I think that's all from this. Now the breakdown of the rest of the sounds. So here's a little bit of a problem, right? We have this sound at the beginning, but here we have something else, right? So I want this sound to be along with this one, but I just can't layer things together. So I just exported it, layered underneath. This sound, huge as a first hit stab. Exactly what the category is in sound design animation, first hit stabs. And it's the lethal one, adding that power at the beginning. Without it's like, what's so weak. Here, a lot of the sweeps, I do that so much in songs because that just connects sounds so well. Just sweeps layered together. One is that, another one's this. This sounds kind of like arcade, right? So I just found some arcade sounds and just put them here. Kind of offsets, alright? Without it, adds so much. And then laser here. Tape stops the whole thing. The bread slice for fill. Perfect. This is nice. It's a melodic filler, transitioning, personality, adding type of sound. Following the rhythm of this, but also see how it has a different length? Because if I just make it one length, it's just gonna be so boring. See? A little pitch bend here. Not the same. Hell yeah. Yeah, this type of sound. God damn, I just use cymatics. I did that by mistake. I mean, the sound works unfortunately, and just decided to keep it, though it's from cymatics. So, you know, a little bit of. We have one of those OG growls here. The filter table adds this. And then chroma here. Makes it melodic. I duplicated it, put it here. Add a different filter table. Without. Boring. Empty.
you ain't ready for
With it slaps. It literally slaps. At the end of the section, put a vocal for super cool transitioning with a lot of personality.
Oh, you ain't ready for this one.
Basses, that was in my head. I just found that sound because I made it in the past, right? SDM also included.
Oh, you
Have a lead sound and a reverse thing here.
Oh, you ain't ready for this one.
And that transitions to this part, which you may not be ready for this one, right? Because it has a like the demonic monster type of shots. You know, besides a different thing in here, it's just the same thing overall. And that's how that goes. It ends on the same thing. There's a transition here. If you want to learn the break/build, how it's been made and learn from it, watch a different video that I made.
It's time to come over to the dark side.
Listen.
This is so inspiring. It's so easy to make. You just throw a bunch of different sound and put it inside the sampler, and then you just choose it. You can even randomize it with like LFOs and stuff, and then you get a lot of great sequences. I just put drums over and some other ear candies and different sounds that are gonna add personalities to the song and gonna accentuate it. And then you can, you know, go back into this and add some extra effects, chop it up, make transitions, replace sounds with some cooler sounds, and make the whole thing even better. So that's basically it, you know what I'm saying? But there's one thing that you may need to make great songs that you may not be able to do otherwise. If you don't have these things, you may not be able to, simply speaking. And those things are high quality sounds, that if you don't have high quality sounds, you may not be able to make high quality songs, because you need that top-notch high quality sound selection that you will be able to get at Oversampled.us. Whether it is Sound Design Mission, our freshest and highest quality sample pack, or sound enhancers, enhancing your sounds and sections, drums, artist inspired sample packs like Skrillex, Flume, or genre specific sample packs like Colorbass, Hyperpop, Drill, or our iconic drum collection with over 2,800 drum sounds, cheaper in a bundle, or some of our best sellers, Ultimate Future Bass Toolkit or Cyberpack with the crazy ass, not crazy ass, but crazy ass artwork. And if you are into those, check out Hyperwaves, when you will see those bouncing. We've got a lot of preset packs, but if that doesn't interest you, there's also free content here, from project files, sample packs, remakes, serum presets, to even Ableton auto hotkey scripts, cheats for Ableton that you can use to have a super quick workflow. Insane. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure on my side. Hope you learned something, and as always, have a great day and see you soon.